What's up, everybody? I'm going to take this time to show you a more in-depth look at what was our first raffle Bible for the Rice family. It's the Handy Size Preacher's Bible in this beautiful binding from Cherry Hill Bibles. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. Now this might be the perfect preaching Bible altogether. Now I love Dave's bindings anyway, but I have yet to review the Handy Size Preacher's Bible from Steadfast, so I'm really excited about this. I showed a few pictures of this Bible when we did the raffle video, but this is going to really show the binding and the Bible in their full majesty. So first things first, let's take a look at this binding. Now the first thing you notice from this binding is it's a two-tone cover. What? The spine is a black Sokoto goat skin, while the front and back are this antiqued, weathered brown goat skin. I can't remember exactly what Dave called it, but it has some really cool, unique spotting on it. Some really nice deep grain. The Sokoto matches so well. It has a different texture, has a softer texture, while this antiqued, weathered goat skin is just really rugged. Both leathers just really complement each other well. Now the spine has 5 raised ribs, Holy Bible, NASB, and the beautiful Cherry Hill Bibles logo. It's just a great design, looks really fluid. Now this seam between the Sokoto and this brown is just beautifully done. The connection is almost imperceptible. You have a little divot where they connect, but it's really great. It looks really secure. You also have this awesome crimson. I say crimson because I'm an Alabama fan and every dark red looks crimson to me. But we have this crimson perimeter stitching going around the edge of the cover, and it matches these 3 beautiful dark red ribbons. As we open this thing up, it has this awesome, really super soft kid skin liner. Now, kid skin is baby goat, and it's super soft, like a baby's bottom. It's probably softer than most calf skins you'd feel. Just really, really premium feeling. Also, one thing I want to point out is the radius that Dave uses on his corners is just about perfect. It's not too steep and it's not too gradual. It's just the right amount of radius. And it yields these really great pleated corners on this goat skin. Really well done. This is edge-line construction. It feels like the cover's reinforced as well. So it's not going to be super floppy. It's going to be a little more sturdy. Kid skin in its own right is super thin. So you'd almost have to have a reinforcer behind this kid skin because it's usually super thin. It's baby goat. Now I'm super excited about this part because I get to review the Handy Size Preacher's Bible, which I haven't gotten to review yet. So I'm super excited. So here as we open up the Handy Size Preacher's Bible, this is an intro from John MacArthur, which is really great, kind of synopsis of why it was created. You have the title page, the publication page. On the publication page, you can see that it is, I love how they do this, I really do. You can see it was originally printed and bound by Youngblood, and it says January 2020. There's no matrix of numbers at the bottom to try to decipher what the print date and print session was. They just tell you it's January of 2020, which is great. Steadfast as a division of 316 Publishing, Irvine, California. Really great. You have a foreword and you have your books of the Bible. Then it jumps right to the text. And I have criticized preaching Bibles that have too much fluff, too much unneeded stuff in them. This gets right to the point. You get straight to the text, and I want to highlight this text. On the first page, you can see that the book name is going to be in red in the center. You do have section headings, and I'll show that throughout. Each chapter number is going to be in red, and then it's a verse-by-verse single column layout, the same as the Big Mac Preacher's Bible. Now you can also see that on these verse numbers, they are spaced away from the text, and the numbers are the same size as the text. They're the most easy to find, most easy to locate of any preaching Bible. Also, where new paragraphs start, you'll see that the verse number is in bold. And another huge important thing I want to point out, you see all this marginal room in the gutter. So you never have a problem with text running in the gutter, right? but you also have room to make notes in the gutter if you wanted to. Like you have room on the outer margin, but you have just as much marginal room on the inside, which I think is so important. Now this text is, I think it's a 9.5 font, but I'm used to reading a 10-point font in the Omega, or the large print thin line reference is a 10.5 font, and this reads just as good. So even if it's a slightly smaller font, it reads smooth. The spacing between the lines is great. It's just really well done. Another thing I want to point out, where Steadfast trimmed the fluff, there are no references in this edition. And also, there aren't any textual notes, which that might be a pro and that might be a con depending on how much you use those notes. So I know a lot of folks, that's like a deal breaker, with the text notes. They got to have them. Now, as we zip through and we get to the New Testament, this is a black letter text, as you can see here in Luke. But when we get back here to the back, as we pass Revelation, there is a concordance. Is that needed? No, it's not. But this is designed specifically in a way where it takes up the least amount of room possible. So if you're going to have the concordance, at least it takes up a much smaller portion of the Bible. And the reason I say that is because it's in a 4-column layout rather than a 2-column or a 3-column. And the text size is absolutely tiny, like little bitty. Now you can find the word because the words are in all caps and they're bold, but the references below, you're gonna have to get really close to find that. And when I'm in concordance mode, in study mode, I'm down here with my glasses on and I'm able to read really closely, and that's fine. Is it needed in a preacher's Bible? Probably not. Now, at the end of the concordance, there are no maps. Good job, Steadfast. You don't need maps. What you gonna do with maps in the pulpit? Nothing. So you do have 5 or 6 pages of blank matte cardstock for notes or whatever you want to do on it. This is just perfect. Like, this is what you want. I'd love to see some line paper for notes. Like if you had prayer requests here, you could remember to flip to the back of your Bible so you can mention prayer requests for the congregation or specific things that you want to remind yourself to bring up in your sermons or whatever else. All right, and as we close the Bible portion and we get to the back liner, you can see this beautiful work by Dave. He has Cherry Hill Bibles, handcrafted in Michigan, in gold. So I love the combination of colors here. It really goes well with the red perimeter stitching, the red under gold art gilt, and the red ribbons. It just flows great together. And you can also see kind of in this gutter of the back liner where he wrote down the number of the bindings. It's kind of a serial number. This is number 731, which is his 731st rebind. And the date it was completed, 27th of January, 2021. So, and then again, you can see the beautiful corner work done, and the proportions are really great. You can see this beautiful, really unique spotting on this brown, antiqued, weathered goat skin, but it just feels great. Let me show you how this thing holds. As I open this Bible, you can see that reinforcement in the binding helps this Bible stay perfectly open, flat when you're holding it. So it doesn't want to fall off the edges on you. It's easy to read. The beautiful paper. This paper, by the way, is a French milled paper, and it's just really great. It has some ghosting. Any single column with a darker print like this, you're going to have a little bit of show through, but it's really well done. Like under these lights, it looks worse than it actually is. So it holds so nicely, wonderfully in the hand. The ribs hold really well. So that's it. This was for the first raffle for the Rice family. Obviously, by the time you watch this, that raffle is already over and done. And congratulations to whoever won it. You've got one of the best preaching Bibles ever made in the NASB, from the binding to the Bible and everything. So it's just an amazing Bible. I'm so thankful to Steadfast for donating the Bible for this raffle, and for my buddy Dave for binding it and letting me kind of be the facilitator, which lets me have the opportunity to review it. So it's really great. So please support these two companies. I'll have links for Cherry Hill Bibles in the description below. Go there and order your next rebind with them. I'll also have links for 316 Publishing down below as well. So go there and order a handy size preacher's Bible as well. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. And as always, take care and God bless.